Okay, I'll have to do this again. Welcome each and everybody to the day one of the RLF workshop. Now let me take you to the presentation and let's start rocking. Okay, so day one is the getting the right mindset. Everybody type yes in the chat box if you agree that everything starts and ends with what is in between these 2 years. That is the mindset. If you agree to this, type yes in the chat box. I have seen many, of course, I have not seen, I've heard many wars won just because of using their brains. So everything, and there is another saying, I don't know, it is in Sanskrit or in Hindi or in Urdu or whatever, that doesn't matter. But everything is created twice. First, it is created in the mind, and secondly, it is created in actuality in the world, kind of like manifested. So let's start. Today's overview. You guys can see my screen, right? Today's overview, a bit about myself, getting the restaurateur's mindset, myths about restaurant business. कौन से restaurant business के बारे में भ्रम है, भ्रम, अफवाहें, rumors. That is what I'm going to discuss, because I'm going to clean your mind and remove all the crap which is there in your mind and make it crystal clear. And then we will get ready for success. So now, who is this for? Type yes in the chat box if you are from this category. If you want to start, if you want to learn about the food business, type yes. If you want to plan your food business, type yes in the chat box. If you want to start a food business anytime in the future, type yes in the chat box. If you are already owning a food business and would like to optimize it so that you can run it properly, type yes in the chat box. If you are already owning other businesses and you want to start a food business as a diversification, type yes in the chat box. And last but not the least, if you have some money and if you want to invest it in a food business, but before that, you want to understand the food business, type yes in the chat box. So this is for all the people, starting from who wants to learn a business, who already has a business, who wants to invest in a business, who wants to plan a business in the coming future. Who wants to plan a business in the future. This is for everybody, yeah? Ankit Kumar is saying, I'm going to start a Momo shop in 4 to 5 days. Oh, 45 days. That's nice. Really nice. So which kind of food business do we cover in this? Home kitchen, cloud kitchen, small and medium restaurants, highway restaurants, bakeries and coffee shop doers, food trucks, small outlets, all types of food businesses. I have, as I've told you, in my 20 years of experience in running my own restaurants and setting up restaurants all over India for different people, I have distilled this into a science and a step-by-step system of starting any kind of food business by following these footsteps. Yeah, good for you, Ankit. 4 to 5 days. That's really nice. So a few housekeeping items. Get yourself pen and paper. There will be a lot of notes to write sometimes. And in fact, please don't worry about the presentation. I am going to give you a PDF of this presentation, which you can access from your phone, from your laptop. But, type yes in the chat box if you agree that there is sometimes when you're listening to somebody, there is an idea which clicks in your mind, which comes in your brain. When you're listening to somebody and you're thinking about something, both the things collide and there is kind of like an eureka moment. I want you to cover that. I want you to cover that eureka moment, and I want you to write down that. Otherwise, this presentation, you are going to get it. You are going to get the recording. Everything else you are going to get, so that you don't need to worry. Yeah. Manish is saying, can we cover the catering business as well? So, Manish, all the principles about these businesses are more or less the same. So ideally, I think we will be ending up covering the catering business also. Yeah. So get in a distraction-free room. Give me your focus for these 5 days. Type promise in the chat box. All 16 of you live over here. I want everybody to type promise in the chat box. Devajyoti, Ajay, Ankit, Atul, Baliar Singh, Gaurav. Emmanuel, Karthik, M, Manish, Prashant, Sandhu, Sanvi, Shelton, and Signature Restaurants. Everybody type promise in the chat box. There is a reason why you saw my ad, you paid the money, and you came here. Now, there is a reason. Otherwise, you would have not been here. But you are watching your phone, you are watching your laptop. Somewhere my ad came in, my video came in, or you saw my YouTube channel, and somewhere you said, okay, I want to start a food business. There is a reason why. I am a very, very hard believer in karma, as well as a very, very hard believer in the power of hope. So, there is a reason why you click that ad, you paid that money. It is not about the money which you pay. 499, 500,000 rupees is not a big amount. But the time which you are going to spend in these 5 days and the ideas which you are going to learn will give you so much information and knowledge that you can go out there and start a food business of your own. That is my promise to you. Yeah. So give me your focus for these 5 days. Set an alarm at, now this is 5:45. Set an alarm at 7:45 till Friday. Let me just change this. Before I forget. Okay. Sorry for that. God, it is hot today. And unfortunately, my AC is also not doing well. Okay. So set an alarm at 7:45 till Friday and promise me, as you already did, promised, everybody has promised. Thank you so much, Atul, Devjyoti, Signature Restaurant, Ajay, Ankit, Prashant, Shelton, Manish, Biplaba, Ankit, Karthik, and everybody. Yeah, great. So, by the way, everybody, Devjyoti and everybody, I'm going to take the questions later. So please don't put any more comments or questions over here. We can talk about it. We have a lot of time. Let me finish with this presentation. Yeah. Okay. So a few housekeeping items. If you check the description section of this WhatsApp group, which we are in, you will get a link, a Google Doc link. If you click that link, you will get all the recordings along with the PDFs according to each day. So you don't have to worry where you will find all the recordings. Yeah. Now it will be blank, but every time when we finish a session, I will be taking the recording and I'll be putting a link. So why did you join this class? I want everybody to think about this and let me know why you have joined this class. Is everybody understanding up till now? Type yes in the chat box. I hope I'm not going too fast. Huh? Okay, cool. So why did you join this? This is the first category. You are a foodie yourself. You love food and you are curious about how the food business works. And you love some kind of food. You love biryani, you love paratha, you love non-veg, you love veg, whatever. And you're just curious how I can convert this into money-making business. That is the level 1. If you are from this category, type me in the chat box, M-E, me. This is when you are just curious about something and you're trying to learn from different sources about how you can understand this business better so that you can jump in and start a food business. Category number 2, you have already started learning about the food business. You have started watching YouTube videos, you have bought a couple of courses, you have gone through this, but somewhere down the line, something is stopping you from going the extra step and going and starting a food business, but you are still learning in this phase. Type me in the chat box if you are from this category. And third is, you are happy to have seen me. Type happy in the chat box if you are really happy to have seen me. You are already on the verge of starting a food business and you saw me, you saw my YouTube channel, you saw my inspirational and educational videos and you say, oh my God, finally Gopal Kamath ji mil gaye, life dhanya ho gaya. If that is the case, type, okay, Prashant is 2, Gaurav is 2, Sandhu is saying, I have my own restaurant. I joined classes because I am facing problem in managing cash. Yeah, definitely, Sandhu. We are going to talk about this after this thing. Prashant is 3. Prashant is Atul is 3. Great. Great, great, great. I'm so grateful I found you. So grateful I have found you too, guys. Okay. So your real investment. Now let me tell you, if you take this seriously, what is your real investment? Why am I wearing this? What is your real investment in this? Are you ready? Everybody type 49,999 in the chat box. You have not paid 499 rupees. You have paid 50,000 rupees to be in this class. Let me explain to you why. A lot of times we just focus on, or we give importance to a particular thing based on how much money we have spent for it. So I want you to think that you have spent 50,000 rupees, 49,999 rupees, and have bought a ticket for this 5 days workshop, because I believe and I will promise you that the information and the knowledge which is in this, along with my questions and answers which I'm going to give you, are worth at least 10 times of what you have paid for the class. Yeah. So take it very, very seriously. So here are the golden rules of running. Understand, write, and share. Understand the message. Write your learnings. Take down notes and write your learnings. Share it with the community. From time to time, I am going to open up the WhatsApp group. When I tell you to do a task, I am going to open up the WhatsApp group, and I will be expecting you to write your learnings in the WhatsApp group. Please go ahead and do it. I've seen out of somewhere around 4,000 people in my WhatsApp workshop, in this workshop, and my RLF coaching program has joined by somewhere around 275 people. I have seen one common fact and one common pattern, that people who take action always win. People who take action win. Type action in the chat box. ACTION. If you are just going to watch this as a Netflix show, nothing is going to change in your life. You will not be able to open a restaurant. Forget even understanding the food business. So only if you go and you start implementing what I tell you. And by the way, I'm not going to give you a rocket science, sum or math sum to solve. This is not a very, very complex thing. Very, very simple things which I am going to tell you. Just don't listen to that deep voice in your head which is stopping you from taking action. Just go out and do it. Implement. Yeah. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Share it with your community and participate to get results. Massive action beats everything. If there are two people, one is very skilled and one is a person who just take action, the person who is skilled will always fall back, because the person who is taking action keeps on implementing new things, and once one or two of these things will click and he will go and he will succeed. That's a common pattern which I'm trying to tell you. So what's in store? Day one, today we are going to understand the restaurant mindset, and I'm going to give you certain tips on how you can change the way your brain functions and how to think like a winning entrepreneur. Day two, tomorrow we are going to talk about the right location, how to choose the perfect location for your food business. Day three is all about choosing the right concept. There are so many concepts in the market that sometimes it gets very, very confusing. It gets very, very confusing. Arey yaar, क्या खोलूं? Chinese corner खोलूं, restaurant खोलूं, bar खोलूं, home kitchen खोलूं, cloud kitchen खोलूं, क्या खोलूं? So I am going to simplify it by giving you a 30,000 feet view of the whole restaurant business. Day 4 is about choosing the right target clientele, and day 5 I am going to bring everything together and teach you how to start a successful food business of your own. And on day 5, I am going to give you the opportunity to join my RLF coaching program. That thing we are going to talk about on the day 5. Okay. Is everybody following up till now? Type yes in the chat box. Sometimes I'm a little fast, so a lot of people. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Ankit, Atul, Manish, M, Prashant, Sandhu. Great. Great job. So remember, food business is simple, not rocket science. The learning which you are going to have here is not a race. It is a marathon. Everybody, as I told you earlier, has a different speed of absorbing things, of learning things, of understanding things. This is not a race. इसने किया बोल के मैं भी करूंगा. He has done it. I will also do it. Don't learn at your own pace, because you are only the participant in your race. There is nobody else, frankly speaking. Yeah. Take one step at a time and you will reach there, and enjoy the process. Can you see me? I am owning 3-4 restaurants and a resort, but still I am just chilled out. I don't take tension. I just chill. Because how much ever you worry, how much ever you break your head, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. If you do good things, of course you are going to get good results. But if you worry about things, if you panic over it, if you boil your blood over it, if you screw your head over it, nothing is going to change. I know I'm sounding little this is kind of like a rant, but so here is a bit about myself. I'm a restaurateur, hotelier, and founder of Get Your Restaurant. By the way, I'm going to show you my restaurants. I have 20 plus years of experience in the food business. I hope you guys can see this. I have set up multiple restaurants across India, pan India, for a lot of people, because I used to run a restaurant consulting company called Value Hospitality Private Limited. And I have set up a lot of restaurants all over India for a lot of people. That is how I got a foundational knowledge about starting the food business. I live in Mumbai with my wife and 2 beautiful daughters. This is my recently opened restaurant. We opened this last year. It is called Kamat's Govindashram Restaurant. And now we are serving just pav bhaji over here. It is at Girgaon, South Bombay, one of the most I think premium locations in the whole Bombay, and in fact the whole India. South Bombay, if you guys know, and if you are staying over here, please kindly join and come and have Amul butter pav bhaji at our place. We are very, very proud of it, and it's doing really well. Yeah. Now this is my Kamat's Govinda Garden restaurant. This is a 4,000 square feet, 300-seater restaurant on the Mumbai-Goa highway. And the restaurant is spread over 10,000 square feet. And you can check out the spread. It is kind of like a 4,000 square feet area. Beautiful restaurant. We serve Indian, Chinese, tandoor, everything over here. One of the most famous restaurants on the Mumbai-Goa highway. Now, this is my resort just behind the restaurant. It's a 40-room, 5-acre resort. 5 acres is somewhere close to 2 lakh square feet. And we have 40 rooms. We have a swimming pool. We have indoor-outdoor games. We have adventure games over here. We do a lot of team outings, destination weddings, and all those things. Now, why I'm trying to tell you this is, now these are some of the celebrities. Mr. Sachin Tendulkar is a regular visitor at our restaurant. Mr. Raj Thackeray, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. So, of course, I'm not trying to make this into a political thing. But what I'm trying to tell you is, this is one of the most favored restaurants by a lot of celebrities and by a lot of people. Yeah. So please understand, and everybody type yes in the chat box if you understand this. I'm not trying to boast to you what I have, but I'm just trying to tell you what is possible if you run a simple food business the right way. Type yes in the chat box if you agree to this. This is not me boasting about, मेरे पास ये restaurant है, मेरे पास वो restaurant है, तुमको मुझे मेरा सुनना ही चाहिए. No, this is not about that. This is about understanding the power of the food business. If you do the food business the right way, and if you properly focus on the food business, you can make a lot of money. You can be very, very wealthy. All these resort, these rooms, everything has been funded by my Girgaon restaurant. Please let me tell you. So this is the power of a everyday cash flow based business. And if you do it the right way, it can really change your life. Yeah. So why RLF? Many people started coming and asking me to set up a, by the way, RLF stands for Restaurant Launch Formula. Restaurant Launch Formula is a step-by-step process of starting a food business, or rather running a food business. So many people started coming and asking me to set up their own restaurants and help them succeed. That is how I started consulting and set up different types of restaurants pan India. But then I saw a lot of people struggling with their existing restaurants because they didn't knew a few things which I had to help them to do. And it is my mission to help as many people as possible to give knowledge so that they can also become profitable and enjoy a financially free life. Yeah. So here is my mission, and I want everybody to type I am with you in the chat box. I want to create 1 million successful food business owners all across the world in coming 10 years. This is my mission. Type I am with you in the chat box if you are with me on getting this mission. So, if you ask me, are you doing this for money? I will clearly tell you money is a secondary objective for me, because touchwood, by God's grace, my existing restaurants and resorts are taking care of all my financial needs. But I am seeing that a lot of people don't understand this business. They take the wrong steps. They end up into losses, and they end up ruining their lives by taking a lot of financial liability and everything. That's why I came in this educational field to help people and to make them successful. So this 1 million successful food businesses are startups as well as people who are existingly owning food businesses. Yeah. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Ajay Biplaba. By the end of the session, Biplaba, I am going to say your name right. Devijyoti M Signature Restaurant, Atul, Ankit. Thank you so much. What about everybody else? Only 6-7 people. Signature Shelton, Sanvi, Sandhu, Prashant, Manish, M, Karthik, Emmanuel, Gaurav, Bipabla. Of course, Bipabla, you have written. Atul, Ankit, Ajay, Devijyoti, everybody type I am with you in the chat box. By the way, one thing which I am not going to tolerate, and I'm saying this very, very respectfully, is I don't want couch potatoes in this. People sitting, watching, like eating wafer, and watching is like a Netflix. क्या बोल रहा है देखते हैं यार, side by side you watching the mobile, you're watching something. Please don't do that. If you are giving me 100%, give me, as Subhash Chandra Bose ji had said, तुम मुझे खून दो मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा. I'm just telling you, give me these 5 days, 5 to 8 hours, and I'll make sure that you can open a successful food business of your own. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate everybody who said that. So what's possible now? This is my beautiful family, my wife and 2 daughters. I teach and help other entrepreneurs to set up their own restaurants, spend more time with my family. Pre-corona time, I used to go for a major vacation every year and short vacations every 2-3 months. All of this while my sales are soaring, while my own restaurants and resorts are doing well, and I am opening outlets of mine as well as outlets of others. So when you join my RLF coaching program, I will make sure that you can go out there and start a successful food businesses of your own. And of course, I'm going to tell you about that on the day 5. Yeah, and I'm living a financially free life, which goes to say that. So restaurant launch formula is not a idea anymore. It has become a global movement. My YouTube channel, which is called Get Your Restaurant, has, now this is the outdated number. It has more than 40,000 subscribers from all over the world. We have from Saudi, from Australia, America, Europe, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. We have from North America, South America, France, Paris, Russia, everywhere. From every part of the world, we have subscribers. And that itself shows, on Facebook, we have more than 4,000 followers. and that itself shows that you are not alone in this journey of starting a food business for yourself. There are so many people who love the food business and want to start and become financially free and wealthy by doing what they love. That is their love for food, their love for cooking, their love for connecting with their customers. So this is really, really nice. Yeah. Okay. So Restaurant Secrets ebook. This you can get on Amazon. How to open a successful restaurant fast, even if you don't have any experience. It has been bought by more than 500 people. And now we are starting with today's thing. Everybody type ready in the chat box if you're ready to get started. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Biplabla. Biplaba. By the way, I love this name. It's really very, very unique. This is the first time I'm hearing this. Biplaba, Karthik, Prashant, Manish, M. Sangvi, Devjyoti, Ankit, Atul, and this. Okay, great. Let's start. So here are some myths about starting a food business. Myths are basically rumors or brum or illusions about this business. First is, and everybody type yes in the chat box if you have experienced this. Somebody telling you business mat karna beta, business is risky, find a job and do it for the rest of your life. A government nokri pakad lo. By the way, I have nothing against government nokriya, but still a government nokri pakdo, खर्चा कम करो, शादी करो, LIC में पैसा डालो और अपना लाइफ एक 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 अमाउंट के अंदर बिताओ. Please understand, I am not against people who are working for the government. I am just telling you, and I personally believe, it's my personal opinion, that they are underutilizing their capacity. Money is bad. Don't run after money. Live a very, very simple life. Type yes if you agree to this. A lot of people believe this. Rich people are evil. Rich people, I mean, of course, I don't want to boast, but God has given me a good amount of money that I consider myself rich, but I am evil. I am like a booth. I'm going to spoil everybody's life. People say that. And in the childhood, if you would have gone and you would have constantly asked money to your father, he might have got angry and he would have told you, "Hey, मुझे क्या धीरूभाई अंबानी समझ के रखा है? मुझे क्या मुकेश अंबानी समझ के रखा है?" So money is always thought of as a evil thing, and people have always been demonizing us about money, and that is one of the biggest myths of starting a business. Now let me tell you what are the myths about starting a food business, and this is going to really give you a lot of clarity in your mind. Myths about starting a food business. Only restaurant owners can start food business. Type me in the chat box if you have heard this 1000 times in your life. अगर आप राजा का बेटा ही राजा बनेगा, रेस्टोरेंट ओनर का बेटा ही रेस्टोरेंट चला सकता है, बाकी किसी को रेस्टोरेंट चलाने को आता नहीं है. I have 2 government employees at my home, but now they are more interested in doing business. That's really nice. Everybody type yes if you have heard this. You will need a hotel management degree in order to start a food business. If you don't have a hotel management degree, you cannot start a food business. This is one of the biggest myths, by the way. You need to be born in a business family to do food business. If you are not born in a business family, you cannot do business. Working class people cannot start a business. Very, very bigger myth about starting a food business. And type yes in the chat box if you have heard or experienced this in your childhood, when you would have got some less marks or your friend would have got some less marks, and you have heard him getting scolded by his father or by his uncle. क्या बड़ा होके वड़ा पाव बेचेगा, बड़ा होके वेटर बनने वाला है, क्या करेगा, बड़ा होके क्या करेगा, वेटर बनेगा. Let me give you a live example. I know of one person who is owning 3 vada pav shops in Mumbai, and he is owning 2 flats in Mumbai. 2 flats in central Mumbai. Type awesome in the chat box if you understand this. This is the power of everyday cash generating business. If you run it the right way, it is going to change your fortune. Just owning 3 vada pav shops has given him the power to own 2 flats. We in our whole lifetime, after doing a job, after doing business or whatever, even if we buy one home, it is far bigger for us than the world. But this guy in his 40-45 years of age is owning 2 flats. This is the power of a food business. But then this is not your fault. Your fear of failure, because you are fearing this because you don't have any experience in this business. You don't have any understanding in business. When type yes in the chat box if you agree to this example, that if you enter a room and if there is dark in the room, there is no light in the room, you immediately start feeling fear. डर लगता है, what is there, what is there inside, what is there, and the moment the light is turned on, you can see that there is nothing in the room, it is clear, and you get the confidence, okay, now I understand this. So this is because this is the same way you are feeling fear, because you don't have an experience and understanding of this business. Since you don't have an experience, because you have never done it, you have never even tried or done a food business, worked in a restaurant or ran a restaurant, opened a restaurant, that's why you don't have any experience. And this is not a fault of yours. Once you start understanding it, you will get the confidence to do it, and once you start doing it, you will start making profits. It is as simple as that. Thank you so much. Signature saying started a food business. Okay, great. So it's all about the mindset. Now here are some facts about the restaurant business. Most of the restaurant chains are started by people not having any experience in this business. My grandfather had come from village and was not even educated. He started washing dishes, and then he went out and he opened a restaurant of his own. By the way, I want everybody, how many people have Netflix in their house or on their phones? Type me in the chat box. Great. I want you guys to see a movie. The movie is called The Founder. It is based on it is actually available on Netflix, and in fact it might be available on Amazon also. I want everybody to watch this movie. All the people who are going to watch this movie, type me in the chat box. This movie is going to prove to you my point that you don't need to be a restaurant owner in order to start a food business, nor do you need to be in this business in order to start a business. Yeah, Gaurav, go ahead and just watch it. Yeah, it's crazy. So Ray Kroc is the founder of McDonald's. In fact, McDonald's was founded by two brothers. You will get it in this movie. The guys were called Mac and Donald. The name became McDonald, and they had just opened. They had just created the one single restaurant, and Ray Kroc bought the franchisee from them, and he expanded to the whole world, and he then took it to the moon. Yeah. Colonel Sanders of KFC was not a hotel management graduate. KFC, if you have to Kentucky Fried Chicken, Colonel Sanders, the founder, was a petrol pump owner. He was owning a petrol pump, and he created this restaurant just to make sure that to earn little bit extra from people who are coming there to fill their vehicles and to fill their cars. Which movie? The Founder. Just go for it. It is on Netflix. Yeah. So success is all about 20% strategy. Strategy is what I'm going to tell you, but 80% it is about mindset. If you believe that you can do it, you can go ahead and do it. It's all about having the winning mindset. Believe in yourself. Anybody can do anything as long as you have faith in yourself. You don't need a hotel management degree or a business family to succeed. Study, understand the basics, and take informed decisions. You will succeed. If you follow what I tell you, you will go and you will open a successful food business. There are a lot of people who always double think about what they hear. They have a habit. कोई भी चीज बताएगा तो अरे ये ऐसा क्यों है, ऐसा करेंगे तो कैसे चलेगा, वैसे करेंगे तो कैसे चलेगा. You know, if you are from that category, you will not succeed in this business. You will not even open a business. Forget succeeding in this. And the reason is very, very simple. Let me tell you what the reason is. So I wanted to show you what the reason is. Yeah. The reason is coming up. It is not rocket science. You have not been doing it year after year. We have been doing it year after year. That's why a lot of people say that, oh my God, they have got a hand of God on their head and all. Nothing like that. We have been doing it for last 50 years. That's why we have been so used to it that we take decisions like this. Of course, we take wrong decisions also, but most of the times the decisions are right, or most of the times we take the decision and then we make it right. Yeah. And I think with the right mindset and proper guidance, anybody can open and run a successful food business. Type me in the chat box if you believe that you are one of these. If you have the right mindset and proper guidance, you can go and open and run a successful food business. I have proven this. My RLF coaching program is having around 270 members. Out of that, 70-80 people are owning their own restaurants, or they have started the restaurant, learning from me, and they are successful in their food businesses. So this is not something I'm giving you fake knowledge or something like that. This is a proven fact. Yeah. Great. Ajay, Atul, Sanvi, M, and Signature. Good for you guys. So here is why you should always follow what your coach or your mentor tells you, because if you keep on double doubting the things which you hear, you will not reach anywhere. So this is my mentor. His name is Tony Robbins. He said that if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the result you want and copy what they do, and you will achieve the same results. As simple as that. Success leaves clues. Type SLC in the chat box. Becoming successful is so simple, but people, and sorry to use this word, but people screw this up by overthinking, by over smartness, by confusing themselves, by not implementing, by getting distracted, by wasting their time, and then they blame that then they blame their fate, their father, their mother, their wife, their brother, their circumstances. It is all about following a person who has done it, having blind faith in him, learning from him, going and implementing, and you will start becoming successful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate this. So here is my proven method called the Restaurant Building Roadmap. I'm going to give this copy to you on the last day, so don't worry. And here is what we are going to cover. In these 4 or 5 days from today, we are going to cover these 3 simple yet most important things for the success of your food business. Right location, right concept, and right target clientele. I call this as the restaurant success trifecta, and this is going to be a life-changing factor in your food businesses. Yeah. So keep calm and follow the system. So now I am going to ask you one thing, and I want everybody to answer me. Many people were nervous about the corona pandemic and lot of things, I'm sure you must have also thought that corona mein itne restaurants close ho gaye, so many restaurants closed down. What if that happens again and all those things? Now I want to ask you a simple question. Is corona a curse or a boon? Type your answer in the chat box. Corona एक वरदान है या एक शाप है? By the way, there is no right or wrong in this answer, in this. I just want your opinion. Atul is saying boon. Ankit is saying don't know. That is also fine. Signature Restaurant is saying boon. Sandhu saying vehem hai sir. Okay. Vehem hai. That's a good answer. Sanvi is saying boon. M is saying boon and curse both. Hey, that cannot be both. Yeah. Sanvi, M, it has to be either one. Manish is saying opportunity. Great job. Very good. So winners think differently. Let me give you some data. This is the data from June 8, 2020. 4 out of 10 restaurants will shut down. This is the other. The other thing is on May 11th, 2020, your favorite restaurant may not open after Corona lockdown. Cafe chains plan to shut branches. So is it a blessing in disguise? I believe this is a very, very big blessing in disguise. 60% of the existing food businesses have shut down. That means it has opened up the capacity for new players to come in and grab hold of the market share. Open field for new players. Competition is wiped out. 60% of the competition is wiped out. If you have seen the Avengers movie, in that the Thanos just clicks and 50% of the people die. The same way, the corona has actually wiped off 50. This is just a government figure. More than 70-80% of the restaurants have closed down. Now, I believe this is an advantage for new people to join, to launch their food business in a new way. And I see this as the biggest opportunity of a lifetime. I don't know whether you believe in that or no, but I can see this as being the biggest opportunity. If you do it, if you run your business the right way, this is the biggest opportunity of a lifetime. Yeah. So find the why and you will get the how. Now, here are some things which I am going to let you do, something which I'm going to tell you to do, and I want you to answer this in the WhatsApp group once I open it after we finish today's session. Now, find the why and you will get the how. What I mean by that is, if you want to open a food business, if you want to own a food business, you have to ask yourself, why do you want to do it? Is it for the money? Is it to get the home? Is it to give a good life to your family? Is it to feel? Is it to create a wealth for yourself? Whatever it is, you have to write it down. So I call this as goals. You have to write it down, because as long as you don't write it down, how will you know that you want to achieve it? Type yes in the chat box if you agree to this. Let me show you my goal book. So now, why is basically, why do you want to start a food business? What are your goals? Why do you want to start a food business? Now, this is my goal book. I write my goals every day, and I'm going to show you this goal book. These are the goals which I have written, all 10 pages of goals. You know, what are my goals and why I want to do them. So once you know why you want to start, what you want to start, how will automatically become very, very easy for you to figure out. Type yes if you understand this. What are your goals? If you want to get a good house, write it down. If you want to earn 1 crore rupees, write it down. Don't fear, don't think that ye kya bolega, wo kya bolega. Those are your goals. You should be proud of them. If you want a bigger house, if you want a car, if you want your wife to have a golden diamond necklace, whatever in this world, that is your goal, and the restaurant business is your vehicle from which you are going to go towards your goal. Yeah. So find the why and get the how. Now, second thing which I want you to do is to do a 7-level deep exercise for yourself. Now, what is a 7-level deep exercise? I have given this. Let me get this for you. Okay. So this is a very, very powerful exercise which is being taught by somebody called Dean Graziosi. So Dean Graziosi is a guy who is a life coach and a motivational speaker like Tony Robbins. But he teaches you to find your why by doing the 7-level deep exercise. So 7-level deep exercise is basically a process of asking yourself 7 questions, and those are the same questions. But the 7 questions, every time you answer the question, you start going deeper and deeper in your life. Please do this 7-level deep exercise today. It is going to change your life. And everybody type yes in the chat box if you want to know the answer to my 7-level deep exercise. This is an exercise which is going to blow your mind, and it is going to really give you crystal clarity to go and focus on what you want in your life. Yeah. So thank you so much. I am going to show you. I'm going to tell you what all are the answers to my 7-level deep exercise. Okay. So the 7-level deep exercise starts like this. Imagine that there is a person sitting in front of you. In fact, you can do it with your closest friend also, but imagine that there is an illusionary person who is sitting in front of you, your friend, and he is asking you, why do you want to start a food business? Why do you want to earn the money, or rather why do you want to start a food business? So level 1 will be, and I will be going 7 level deep. That is why it is called a 7 level deep exercise. So the level 1 will be, I want to earn money, I want to be financially independent, and I want to not think about money at any point in my life. That is my level 1 deep. So then the imaginary person will ask, okay, that is fine, but still, why do you want to really do this? So now my level 2 will be that I want to give my wife and my kids the life which I could never have. I want to give them the most ultra luxurious life, and I want to give them whatever they want so that they don't go through the same pains which I have gone. That is my level 2. Now again, the imaginary person will ask, okay, that is fine, but why do you want to really do this? Now my level 3 deep is that I want to prove to my father, I call my father Anna. I want to prove to my father that I am also worth something in this life. I can create a business for myself, and I can help so many people to start their own food business. That is the 3rd level deep inside. Is everybody following this? Type yes in the chat box. This is very exciting actually. Of course, your answers will be different. Of course, your answers will be different. Then again, the imaginary person will ask, okay, that is fine, but still why? So now my 4th level deep is that I want to live a life of abundance. I want to live a life of abundance where I can help as many people as possible and create a wealthy lifestyle for myself without even having to worry about money, and helping other people to reach their goals of starting a food business. That is how I came with my mission. Okay. So now again, the imaginary person will ask, okay, that is fine, but still why? So now my 5th level deep. Now please understand, now this is going to become really, really serious. 5th level, 6th level, and 7th level are the deepest levels of when you go really deep into your heart, in your mind, and you are going to answer your questions. And once you reach that stage, some of you might even cry. In fact, you can see me also getting a little emotional. Some of you might even cry, but you will actually get the real purpose why you want to achieve it. And that is where I want you to reach. If you just do this thing today, it would really change your life and you will be unstoppable. Yeah. So now my 5th level deep is I don't want to live the life I had lived all my 30 years. For those of you who don't know, I was very poor. I come from a very, very poor background. We used to live in a chawl. In fact, now we have kept that house just as a kind of like a remembrance. But I came from a chawl in Girgaon where I think 5 people used to stay in a 200 square feet room with a toilet bathroom which was outside. And we have come through a lot of hardships, and then we have created this empire for ourselves. And so now my 5th level deep is I don't want to go to that life again. The life which I've lived for my 30 years, I don't want to go back to that life again. That's why I want to achieve success in my food business, in this business. Now again, the imaginary person will ask, that is okay, but still why? Level 6 answer is I want full control of my life. I don't want to live a life on other people's opinions and other people's instructions just because they are helping me financially. So if you don't know, when you are poor, you get a lot of money from other people, and then you get a lot of hand downs from other people. I used to wear my richer brothers or cousins clothes and all those things. So that is where you don't have control over your life. You have to do what they say. You have to say yes to whatever they say. You cannot object because you are in their control. So my sixth level deep is I want to be in total control of my life, and I want to live my life on my own terms and not being dictated by others. Now will come the last stage, and I might get a little emotional on this. Again, the imaginary person asks, okay, that is fine. But the last one, what is your, finally, why do you want to do this? Give me the last answer. Now, for people who don't know, I lost my mother when I was 2 years of age to a scooter accident. My father was had taken my mother to the Mahalakshmi temple in Mumbai, and that time there was this bike, a scooter called Lambretta. Lambretta. It was a kind of like a peacock-shaped scooter, and these guys, both of them, were coming back, and my that prasad was there in that plastic thali, which was hung to that hook, which was there under that handle, and that thali got torn off, and this thing, what do you call that, nariyal ka thing, got stuck in the brake. Earlier there used to be a brake which was aage, they used to be pressed by your leg while you're, so the vehicle came back and my father pressed the brake. It didn't happen. He pressed the aage wala brake. The bike crashed, and my mother, she was not knowing because she was sitting back. There were no helmets and all at that time, unfortunately, and she lost her life then and there, or in the hospital. And so now this answer, my seventh level deep answer, is related, and this is actually my core of the answer. I want my mother to feel that I am doing well in this world. So because I always feel that my mother is in and around, because I was very small when she died. I was just 2 years old. So it is said that when you love somebody and you die, you are always nearby that person. So my 7-level core deep exercise is, I want my mother to feel I want my mother to feel, I might get a little emotional on this. I want my mother to feel assured that I am taking good care of my life, and she doesn't have to worry. I am okay and I am doing well in my life. That is my core 7th level of this all 7-level deep exercise. Everybody type awesome in the chat box if you love this. Ajay, that's fine. No problem. Thank you so much for your feelings. So this is how I want you to go through this 7-level deep exercise, and you go deep into your heart, into your mind, and you find out the reason why you want to do this. If you do this exercise today, and let me challenge everybody of you, if you do this exercise today, tomorrow you will not be the same person you are 5 minutes before today. Let me give it to you in gold writing. The day I did this exercise, I was like a man on fire. I was unstoppable. I created so many things, and this is where this has got me. My YouTube channel, I did this exercise around 2-3 years back, and I've created this online classes and this coaching program. I have my private coaching program, my YouTube channel, my Facebook group, my Instagram group. So many things have been possible because finally I want my mother to know that I am okay in this life. She doesn't have to worry. She can rest in peace by not worrying about me, and I am taking good care of myself. That is my fueling. That is my fueling. That is my fuel, which is fueling the dreams. Yeah. So please do this exercise. I really request everybody, if you don't do anything in this 5 days, just do this exercise. Even if you don't watch the movie, no problem. Do this exercise. It is going to change your life. I'm giving the link again here in the chat box. Just go and understand it and go and do it. Yeah. So write down, why do you want to open a restaurant? Now, this is what I want you to write in the WhatsApp group. I'm going to open up the group and paste the questions there. What are your dreams and desires? I want you to write them down. What do you want to achieve in the coming 5 to 10 years? So now everybody type yes in the chat box if you agree that unless and until you don't decide what you want, how will you go behind achieving it? If you want to go for a vacation, can you just tell your wife, darling, let's go for a vacation? Chalo, chalo, kapde bando, vacation pe jate. You know, the first thing which your wife will ask you is, ki, darling, kahan pe jana hai? Where do you want to go? Unless and until you have not finalized your destination, you will not be even be able to start going towards that destination. If you are going to go to Goa, you cannot take warm clothes and you cannot take sweater and all, because Goa, the climate is different. So your packing and everything is depending on your destination. Yeah. So I want you to write to yourself, what do you want to achieve in the coming 5 to 10 years? By the way, I'm going to open up the WhatsApp group after this, and I want everybody to answer these questions. Why do you want to open a food business? What are your dreams and desires? What are your major fears and frustrations when it comes to starting a food business? What's stopping you from taking action? Whatever it is. If it is money, if it is somebody bugging you, if it is somebody demotivating you, if it is yourself who is having a problem, your childhood problem or whatever. Firstly, after you do the 7-level deep exercise, today your mind will be as clear as a clean slate. Don't worry about that. But still, I want you to address that. What is stopping you from taking action? And what are your goals in the coming 10 years? As I have showed you my goal book, you can just write down what are your financial goals, your spiritual goals. What do you want to achieve financially, mentally, physically, and in other areas? Never shy away from writing your goals and asking for more, because ask and you shall receive is one of the biggest commandments of manifestation. Yeah. So I will be opening up the group today. Share your why, goals, dreams, and fears and frustrations. Okay. Now I think we have come to the end of today's presentation. I hope everybody loved this. Type love in the chat box. By the way, I don't expect love. I demand love from everybody. Everybody type love in the chat box if you love today's session. I've been sweating like a pig. Actually, I've been calling my AC guy for the last 2-3 days, but unfortunately their season is going on. So tomorrow I will have to get hold of some guy. Anyways, so let's take some question and answers. By the way, if you there are 2 ways to ask me questions. If you directly want to talk to me, type live in the chat box, and I will unmute you. We will talk face to face. That is one way. Secondly, if you don't want to talk, if you don't want to show your face, and if you are camera conscious or whatever, if you have low bandwidth or whatever, type a capital Q and type your questions in. I will read it out and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Yeah. Divya Jyoti wants to talk to me directly. Divya Jyoti, I will take you live. So if you are clear, 2 ways to ask me questions. Type live in the chat box. If you want to directly talk to me, I will unmute you and we will talk face to face. Or else, secondly, if you want to ask me a question, type Q and type your question. I will read it out and I will answer to the best of my abilities. These are the 2 ways how we can interact today. Let me get my chasma. Okay, Divya Jyoti, I am unmuting you. Deva Jyoti, sorry, not Divya Jyoti, Deva Jyoti. Somehow I took your name like the Ramdev Baba's product, Divya Jyoti. Sorry for that. Where did your thing go? Deva Jyoti. Yeah, please unmute yourself. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
I am fine, sir.
Where are you from?
I am from Guwahati, sir.
Guwahati, Assam?
Yes, sir.
Wow, amazing, amazing. Assam is beautiful, yeah. अभी आओगे बम्बई तो चाय लेके आना मेरे लिए.
Sure, sir.
Tell me, how can I help you?
Sir, actually, मैं एक रेस्टोरेंट खोलने का प्लान किया था.
हाँ.
तो वो गुवाहाटी एयरपोर्ट का वो एग्जिट में है, सिचुएटेड है।
गुवाहाटी
Exact-
एयरपोर्ट के एग्जिट में, ओके।
राइट सर। तो
हाँ,
मैं वो वन रेस्टोरेंट का एरिया अराउंड 300 स्क्वायर फीट है, और
ओके।
बाहर में ओपन एरिया बैठने का भी हम लोग बनाने का अभी प्लान कर रहा हूँ सर।
आपका
ऑलरेडी मैं
खुद का जगह है?
नहीं खुद का नहीं है, मैं वो ये कर लिया हूँ सर।
हाँ,
मतलब रेंट में लिया हूँ।
ओके, रेंट पे लिया है। कितना रेंट है?
रेंट सर 10,000।
10,000 रुपीज, ओके। हाँ, वेरी गुड।
तो अभी
बोलो बोलो।
कंसेप्ट को लेके मैं थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हूँ।
ओके, ओके। सो कंसेप्ट के बारे में ना, मैं आपको कल और परसों का अपना जो प्रेजेंटेशन है, और कल और परसों का अपना जो दिन है, उसमें आपका माइंड पूरा क्लियर हो जाएगा। क्योंकि लोकेशन जैसा होता है उसी हिसाब से अपने को कंसेप्ट बना चूज करना पड़ता है। सो लोकेशन, कंसेप्ट एंड टारगेट क्लाइंटिल, कौन सा टाइप ऑफ टारगेट क्लाइंटिल है, वेदर
सर मैं
वो टारगेट क्लाइंटिल कार का ड्राइवर्स है, वो टारगेट क्लाइंटिल ट्रक ड्राइवर्स है, फैमिली कस्टमर है, ऑफिस का कस्टमर है, फ्लोटिंग पॉपुलेशन है, कौन सा टाइप का है। तो ये जो 3-4 चीजें हैं ना, आप अभी थोड़ा धीरज रखिए, मतलब हैव सम पेशेंस। कल परसों तरसों ये 2-3 दिन में आपका माइंड और क्लियर हो जाएगा। क्योंकि अभी अभी मैं अगर आपको इमीडिएटली बोल दूं कि आप भेलपुरी चालू करो या फिर पावभाजी चालू करो, दैट विल बी वेरी अनजस्ट। क्योंकि मैंने आपका लोकेशन भी फाइनल नहीं है, और आपको खुद को अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए बहुत इजी गिरेगा। आप समझ रहे हो?
ये सर, सर मेरा टारगेट क्लाइंट ही है एयरपोर्ट एग्जिट कस्टमर,
कौन सा है?
एयरपोर्ट एयरपोर्ट एग्जिट पैसेंजर।
नहीं, बट एयरपोर्ट एग्जिट पैसेंजर गाड़ी में एयरपोर्ट के इधर ही बैठ के बाहर निकलता है, आपके इधर कैसे रुकेगा वो? व्हेन यू आर एट द एंट्रेंस ऑफ द एयरपोर्ट, आप समझ रहे हैं ना बात को?
सर
अभी आप समझो, असम से आप मुंबई आए एयरपोर्ट में, तो आप मुंबई एयरपोर्ट में आके आप एयरपोर्ट के अंदर ही गाड़ी में बैठोगे ना।
यस सर।
बहुत कम रहता है फ्लाइट में कि लोग बाहर आते हैं अपना बैग लेके। पहली बात तो उनका बैग इतना एक्सपेंसिव रहता है कि वो ज्यादा वो टार रोड पे वो लोग चला नहीं सकते। आप बुरा मत मानिए, मैं आपको काउंटर क्वेश्चन कर रहा हूं कि
यस सर।
एयरपोर्ट में जनरली पीपल आर आउट ऑफ द एयरपोर्ट इन अ कैब और इन अ बस, which the government bus is there, but they are never coming out। मतलब उनका सामान लेके वो लोग बाहर आके खाना वाना खा के नहीं जाते। दिस इज नॉट अ रेलवे स्टेशन, लेट मी टेल यू वेरी फ्रैंकली। सो क्योंकि एयरपोर्ट में कौन जाता है जिसका टाइम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। एयरपोर्ट में जाता है जो जिसका टाइम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, इसके लिए वो फ्लाइट लेता है ना। अगर वो वेकेशन पे जाएगा तो वो ट्रेन से जाएगा, या फिर वो डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डिपेंडिंग हाउ मच मनी द पर्सन हैज। तो उनका टाइम अगर इंपॉर्टेंट है तो फ्लाइट में मान लीजिए 6 से लेके सुबह का फ्लाइट पकड़ के वो 9 बजे गुवाहाटी पहुंचा, तो उसको 9:30-10 बजे ऑफिस में पहुंचना है। तो वो बाहर आके नाश्ता करके टाइम पास करके जाने वाला नहीं है। तो इसके लिए मैं बोल रहा हूं, आपका टारगेट क्लाइंटेल डिस्टिल करने के लिए आप कल से 2-3 दिन और अटेंड कीजिए, आपका माइंड और क्लियर हो जाएगा।
ओके सर।
ओके, ऑल द
ओके
बेस्ट, ऑल द बेस्ट, गॉड ब्लेस, गॉड ब्लेस। So that is really, really awesome. We can see Devajyoti opening their restaurant in the coming days. मजा आएगा. In fact, this is one of the best thing I like about my RLF coaching program as well as my RLF workshop, that I get to work on different businesses, and together with the like Devajyoti and everybody, we come together and we start a food business and they become successful at it. And again, that is my mission, by the way. So, okay, next we will take Signature Restaurant Life. Signature Restaurant. Please unmute yourself, buddy. I like when people directly come and talk to me, instead of typing and all. Please unmute yourself. Buddy, please unmute yourself. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. What is your good name, by the way?
Ravi Shastri, sir.
अरे वाह, रवि शास्त्री, क्या बात है. Hey, where are you from,
आप पिछले बार
Mr. Ravi?
Visakhapatnam, sir.
Visakhapatnam. I think we had spoken last time also.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Couple of times. Great, great, great. So you are not
Yes,
there
sir.
in my
Actually,
RLF coaching program?
yeah, I was there, sir.
No, in my
Actually, last month. No, not.
You're not there. Okay. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we spoke on this thing, phone, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Tell me, Ravi.
Actually, no, actually, I was now divided with my partner.
Huh.
So now I wanted to set up a new restaurant in the same area. I
Right.
wanted to do some more extra work into ambience work and some
Okay.
extra works.
So did you get rid of your partner?
So yeah,
You did. I think last time I had suggested you to get rid of him, if I'm not mistaken. Right now?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what
yes,
is your
sir.
question?
Actually, here the people. Actually, my hometown is far away from Visakhapatnam, around 65 km.
Okay.
It's not a village or it's not a city. It's a rural town.
Okay.
So I wanted to mainly focus on ambience, or actually up to now I was only focused on the food quality and food taste.
Okay.
Now, so it's an which I was taken for a rent for a restaurant. It's actually a building of 2 floors.
Okay.
So
How many people are staying nearby?
around 30,000 people, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
And
some
how
of
would you like to classify them financially? Are they lower middle class, poor people,
middle class,
higher middle class, rich people?
middle class people more. Yes, sir.
Lower middle class or higher middle class?
Lower, higher middle class.
Higher middle class. Okay. So
Yeah,
higher
first
middle
of
class
all,
means their salary is somewhere in the range of 40,000-50,000 rupees
yes, sir.
collectively or individually.
Collectively, sir.
Okay, collectively. Okay. Go on.
Means they mostly the biryani price will be around 150 or 170 rupees of
Okay.
chicken dum biryani,
Okay.
like that.
Got that. Okay. Go ahead. Huh.
So already I invested 18 lakhs.
Okay.
Now I separated with my partner, so I paid the amount, right of the amount of his share of 25%.
Yeah, okay. 4 lakh rupees, 5 lakh rupees.
Yeah, 4-5 lakhs rupees, sir.
Okay.
And I need to invest some more amount in the for ambience purpose, because most of the when I was talking with my customers, they're saying that this building is not looking like a restaurant, it was looking like an building, means a house.
How much is the sale that it is doing now?
Around 17,000 rupees per day, sir.
Okay. So you have now spent somewhere around 24 lakh rupees, 25 lakhs round it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And it is getting you around 17,000 rupees of everyday sale.
17,000.
Okay. So
yes, every day.
How is the decor?
Average.
How is the
Like
decor currently? Currently, how is the decor? So you are doing a sale of around 5 lakh rupees. 5 lakh rupees you are doing a sale.
Yes, sir.
How many people, staff?
Yes, sir. Kitchen staff is totally 4 members, 2 masters and 2 assistants.
Okay, so around 50,000 rupees salary.
Around 70,000, sir.
70,000 salary. What is the rent?
Yes, sir. Rent is around 15,000, sir.
15,000.
Now, yeah. If I take the first floor also, it will be around 25,000.
Okay, but is it required? Are you getting overflowed in the ground floor? See, why I'm asking you this question is, since
Yeah.
you are in the stage where
Yes,
you
sir.
are already running a restaurant, you always have to
Yes,
think.
sir.
You always have to think twice while investing capital in your restaurant again, because capital is a dead investment. How much ever your customer tells you, hey, aisa dikh raha hai, wo waisa dikh raha hai, don't worry about your customer, because customer is coming there. As long as your restaurant is clean and it is looking tidy and it is doing well, you can make more money. So focus on getting the 17,000 to 30,000 rupees by doing the activities which are going to help customer know about your different types of food products. What I mean is
Yeah.
by focusing on promoting your food products instead
Okay.
of investing on the capital. See, because decor is just an opinion about a person. Frankly speaking, if you have spent 17 lakh rupees, your restaurant will be a decent place, right?
Yes, sir.
ऐसा नहीं है कि it will look like a dhaba. 17 lakh rupees
No.
is kind of like a big good thing. So,
Yes, sir.
and secondly, only take advice from people who are already having an experience in running this business. A customer doesn't
Okay.
have experience running this business. If you ask
Yeah.
him, he will give you vague things. Either AC laga do, either ye laga do, udhar wo laga do, put some nice sofa, put this, put that. You don't require a brain to do that, but you require
Okay.
money. And that money can be used to promote your food business.
Actually, I didn't prefer a Mandi style sitting. So most of the people are preferring for privacy to eat have some food with the family members. They don't want to see others. They need some privacy
So
when they are having.
create a family section.
Yeah.
Create a compartment by putting a nice ply and
Yeah.
create a family section. But that is fine. That is a very, very minor capital investment.
Yes,
But
sir.
don't go for changing the decor and this and that, because you have
Okay.
already invested a lot of money, frankly speaking.
Yes,
And
sir.
I
Yes,
would
sir.
tell you, don't go for the first floor also.
Okay.
If you have a ground floor, how many sitting restaurant is there?
Total 40 people sitting, sir.
So 40 people sitting restaurant is there. That is one thing. Secondly, you go for increasing your kindly stop this thing noise. There's a lot of noise
Oh, sure.
coming in.
Better. Okay, sir. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Better.
Kindly stop the you have to look at different sources of revenue which are
Okay, sir.
going to focus on increasing your sale. So your focus should be on sale, not on investing more money. Are you getting my
Okay,
point?
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Actually, how to from 17,000 to 25,000, how to achieve the sale like that? I was thinking for that.
for that, we will have to work on a lot of things, and for that, you will have to join my RLF coaching program, and preferably my private client group if you can afford. Because see, what will
Okay.
happen is I cannot just tell you ki put some pamphlets and do this and do that. I will have to first
Okay.
understand your whole situation. What is
Okay.
the town like? What are the photos of your restaurant? What is your menu? What is the salary which you are giving? What is the electricity bill? So it is, as I've told you last time also,
Yeah.
this is going to
Yeah.
be an in-depth kind of an investigation. And for that, I require
Yes, sir.
data. And for that, you need to be in my higher level coaching
Complete
program.
data. Yes.
Yeah. So if you, as I've told you earlier
Okay.
also, you go through this 5 days class, join my RLF coaching program. And then if
Yes.
you want, you join my higher level
Okay.
private group, and we will take it
Okay.
forward. But we can easily take it to 40,000-50,000 rupees. I don't see any hurdle in getting that. Always go for increasing the sale. Don't go for these capital
Yes.
expenses, because it's a very, very tempting thing. It is very tempting. अरे 2 लाख रुपया
Okay.
निकाल बैंक से निकाल के इधर डाल देता हूँ, 5 लाख रुपया इधर डाल देता हूँ. But
Okay.
always look at expenses which are getting you a return on investment.
Okay, sir.
Are you getting my point?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the best.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Yeah.
Bye.
So that is awesome. Let's move ahead. Who else wants to come live? I hope Ravi, you got what you wanted. Just stick to this 5 days, and then you can come into my coaching program, and we can think about this. But it is going to be very exciting to take your restaurant to. I mean, we can take it to around 70,000-80,000 rupees also, depending on what you are selling, and that will be actually the real profit when you run a restaurant. Yeah, Mr. Sandhu from Snack Deck wants to come live. By the way, everybody else, are you guys enjoying this? Give me some love. Type love in the chat box. Everybody of you, Ajay, Ajit, Ankit, Biplaba. Biplaba, I got it right. Gaurav M, Manish, Prashant, Sandhu, Sanvi, Shelton, and Signature Restaurants. Okay, now let's take Mr. Sandhu Life. Mr. Sandhu. Okay, please unmute yourself, buddy. Hello.
हेलो।
How are you?
बढ़िया सर, आप बताओ कैसे हो?
अरे मैं फाइन हूँ, मैं फाइन। आप पंजाब से हो, आई थिंक।
सर हाँ जी, मैं पंजाब जलंधर तो हाँ।
जलंधर से हो?
एंड
वेरी नाइस टू हैव यू।
एंड सर रिसेंटली अभी मैंने रेस्टोरेंट ओपन किया है
हाँ हाँ,
एंड आई हैव स्पेंट 15 lakhs। तो उसके बाद मेरे को ना बेसिकली मैं थोड़ी सी अपने बारे इंफॉर्मेशन दे देता हूँ।
बोलिए बोलिए।
बेसिकली मैंने एलपीयू से अपनी बीएससी होटल मैनेजमेंट कंप्लीट की थी।
हाँ
अभी
हाँ,
मेरे को एक्सपीरियंस था क्यूएसआर का, केएफसी एंड मैकडोनल्ड्स एंड बर्गर किंग, तीनों कंपनीज में मैंने काम किया है। एंड उसके बाद मेरे को मैनेजर बनने ही वाला था कि कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आ गई तो मैं नहीं बना। तो
राइट
मैंने चूज किया कि मैं खुद का ही करता हूँ क्योंकि मेरे पास एक्सपीरियंस था, तो मेरे पास रेसिपीज थी, ठीक है।
राइट।
उसके बाद मैंने अभी शुरू किया है रेस्टोरेंट इन जलंधर। तो मेरे को सबसे पहले ये प्रॉब्लम आ रही है कि प्राइसिंग की। जो मैंने प्राइसिंग की है मेरे मेन्यू की, आई वांट टू नो कि उसमें प्राइसिंग मेक फूड लाइक एक बर्गर है, उसके उस प्राइसिंग में क्या क्या चीजें इन्वॉल्व होती हैं जब उसकी प्राइसिंग करनी शुरू करते हैं बर्गर की। और कोई भी फूड रेसिपी उसमें क्या क्या चीजें नहीं जानी चाहिए, या उसकी कितने परसेंट लाइक मेन्यू की प्राइसिंग होती है। बाकी भी काफी क्वेश्चंस हैं, बट मैंने पहले यही मतलब जानना चाहता हूँ।
देखिए, फूड कॉस्ट जनरली 35 to 40%, 30 to 40% होता है आपके टोटल प्रोडक्ट का। अभी डिपेंड्स आप सो यहाँ पे ना दो तीन चीजें हैं। संधू जी ना आपका नाम?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
संधू जी, दो तीन चीजें हैं। आप जब भी एक प्रोडक्ट के बारे में बात करते हो तो आपको पहले खुद को डिसीजन लेना होता है कि वो प्रोडक्ट आपका कोर प्रोडक्ट होना चाहिए या वो आपका प्रॉफिट मेकिंग प्रोडक्ट होना चाहिए। और ये दो चीजें बहुत अलग अलग है। अगर आप मैकडोनाल्ड की बात करें, सिंस आपने मैकडोनाल्ड का बर्गर के बारे में बात किया है, सॉरी आपका खुद का बर्गर के बारे में बात किया है, मैकडोनाल्ड अगर आपको याद होगा प्रमोट करता है उसका 60 रुपए का या 70 रुपए का बर्गर। आई डोंट नो पंजाब में करता है कि नहीं, बट बॉम्बे में तो वही कर रहा है। गेट अ वेज बर्गर फॉर 69 रुपीज। बर्गर किंग 79 में 2 वेज बर्गर देता है। इतने छोटे छोटे से होते
यस,
हैं।
यस,
बट
यस,
वाई
यस।
वाई डू दे डू दैट एक्चुअल? आपको लगता है कि वो 69 बर्गर में प्रॉफिट कमाएगा? वो 69 बर्गर में प्रॉफिट नहीं कमा रहा है। वो 69 बर्गर आपको अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए है। आपको मतलब मासिस को, नॉट यू एज एन ओनर बट मासिस एज कस्टमर्स, कि 69 रुपीज। तो सामने वाला क्या सोचता है? अगर मैं बॉम्बे की बात कर रहा हूँ, रस्ते पे 15-20 रुपए का वड़ा पाव खा लूं, उससे अच्छा मैं एसी में जाके 60 रुपए में बर्गर खा लूंगा। बात तो एक ही है। सो ही वॉन्ट्स टू अट्रैक्ट यू बाय शोइंग अ वेरी वेरी लो कॉस्ट प्रोडक्ट। तो मेरा आपसे सवाल ये है कि पहले आप वो कर रहे हो क्या? ये आपका पहला सवाल है। ऑफकोर्स ये आप 4-5 दिन में मैं ये पूरा आपको समझाने वाला हूँ कैसे ये किया जाता है। तो जब भी वो 69 का प्रोडक्ट आप खरीदने जाते हो मैकडोनाल्ड में, और आप ये एक्सपीरियंस कीजिएगा, आई डोंट नो वेदर आपने फोकस किया कि नहीं कर, तो काउंटर के पीछे की लड़की हमेशा आपको पूछेगी, सर वुड यू लाइक टू हैव फ्राइज एंड कोक विद इट? करती है कि
यस
नहीं
सर।
करती?
मील दे ऑलवेज ट्राई टू
नहीं
सेल
नहीं,
देयर मील्स।
शी विल आस्क यू वेदर यू वांट फ्राइज एंड कोक विद इट। अगर आप सिर्फ बर्गर लोगे तो उसका कॉस्ट है 69 रुपीज, 70 रुपीज। फ्राइज और कोक ऐड करोगे उसका सीधा कॉस्ट जाता है 180 रुपया। द रियल प्रॉफिट इज इन द 100 रुपीज विच दे आर अपसेलिंग यू। इट इज नॉट इन द 70 रुपीज बर्गर विच दे आर सेलिंग यू। सो दैट इज नंबर वन। फूड कॉस्ट उतना ही रहने वाला है। 69 रुपीज का बर्गर कॉस्ट उनको बनाने के लिए 40% ऑफ द कॉस्ट आता है, तो मे बी 20-25 रुपया उनको खर्चा आता होगा। बट वो जो एडवर्टाइज कर रहे हैं वो 69 रुपीज का बर्गर, वो भी तो एक कॉस्ट है ना। बड़े बड़े होर्डिंग्स लगा रहे, न्यूज़पेपर में दे रहे, इधर दे रहे उधर दे रहे, लेकिन वो कॉस्ट रिकवर कैसे करेंगे? बाय अपसेलिंग द कस्टमर। तो उसके लिए अपने पास एक लैडर ऑफ प्रोडक्ट्स होना बहुत जरूरी है। जैसे कि अभी मैकडोनाल्ड की बात कर ले, एंट्री जाएंगे तो आपको 69 का बर्गर मिलेगा। फिर उनका वो हैप्पी मील आ गया, 200-250 रुपए का हैप्पी मील। उससे ज्यादा आपका 250-300 रुपए का महाराजा मैक आ गया, अगर आपको याद होगा तो। फिर उनका बहुत बड़ा
यस, यस सर।
कॉम्बो आता है, बड़ा सा 600-700 रुपए का। उसके साथ एड ऑन के अंदर आपको कॉफीज मिलते हैं 150-100-150 रुपए में। सो व्हाट दे आर ट्राइंग टू डू इज दे आर ट्राइंग टू मैक्सिमाइज द नंबर ऑफ मनी विच द पर्सन कैन स्पेंड वंस दे एंटर द प्रीमाइसिस। सो आपको भी आपका जो मेन्यू है उसमें आप अगर सिर्फ 50-60 रुपए, 70-80 रुपए का बर्गर बेचोगे तो सामने वाला वही खरीदेगा ना, जो आप बेचोगे वही खरीदेगा, बट आपका सेल बढ़ेगा नहीं। आपको आपका मेन्यू, एंड सॉरी टू से दिस, ये थोड़ा सा आपको ऑफेंसिव लगेगा, बट योर मेन्यू शुड बी काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ ट्रैप फॉर योर कस्टमर्स। ट्रैप मतलब चूहे का जाल होता है ना, वैसा अंदर घुस गया, ये चॉइस वो चॉइस, ये चॉइस वो चॉइस, इसमें एक गुलाब जामुन फ्री, उसमें एक ये फ्री, उसमें एक ये फ्री, उसमें ये फ्री। सो अगर आप अगर मैं आपको एक मिनट, मैं अगर आपको लाइव एग्जांपल अगर देना चाहूँ तो 2 मिनट दीजिए, मैं आपको एक लाइव एग्जांपल मेरे गोविंद आश्रम रेस्टोरेंट का ही देता हूं, जहाँ पे हमने अभी हाल ही सेकंड में मैंने लॉन्च किया, एंड वी आर टेकिंग द सेल टू अराउंड 10,000 रुपीज पर डे। ये महीने में हमारा 7-8 हजार का एवरेज आ गया है सेल का। और उसके अंदर मैं आपको अगर बताना चाहूं तो हमने कैसे कॉम्बोस क्रिएट किए हैं, और वो कॉम्बोस सो ऑफ कोर्स मेरा जो रेस्टोरेंट है, हालांकि वो साउथ बॉम्बे में है, बट मेरा जो गिरगांव एरिया है वो काफी मिडिल क्लास सोसाइटी है। सो मैं आपको ये मिडिल क्लास सोसाइटी का मेरा, ये आप देख रहे हैं मेरा मेनू, व्हाट योर नेम, संधू जी, आप ये मेरा मेनू देख पा रहे हैं?
हाँ जी सर।
हाँ,
हाँ जी, हाँ जी।
ये देखिए। सो ये हम लोगों ने सिर्फ पाव भाजी लॉन्च किया है। सो अमूल बटर पाव भाजी 120 रुपीज, बट मुझे चीज पाव भाजी है 150 रुपीज। उसके बाद ये जो गो पाव भाजी का आप कॉम्बो देख रहे हैं, ऑफ कोर्स ये लॉन्च प्राइस है, इसका ये लॉन्च प्राइस आगे जाके चेंज होने वाला है। इसमें प्योर अमूल भाजी है, 4 बटर पाव है, 200 ml का बेवरेज है, और गुलाब जामुन है। दिस इज 180 रुपीज। सो कहाँ 120 रुपया और कहाँ 180 रुपया। लॉट ऑफ पीपल गो अप एंड वी अपसेल दोस पीपल बाय एक्सप्लेनिंग टू दैट कि 120 रुपए से ज्यादा आप 180 का लीजिए, उसमें आपको 2 पाव एक्स्ट्रा आ रहे हैं, एक अमूल, एक बेवरेज आ रहा है, और एक गुलाब जामुन आ रहा है। आप समझ रहे हैं बात को? सो दिस इज
हाँ जी, हाँ जी सर।
this is kind of like the power of creating a combo, or a power of creating a irresistible offer. It is kind of like an irresistible offer. I know आपका जो कॉस्टिंग का क्वेश्चन है उससे ये थोड़ा अलग है। आपके चैलेंजेस क्या क्या आ रहे हैं रेस्टोरेंट में? या गौरव, इंक्रीज द एवरेज टिकट साइज। आप
एक्चुअल में जो मेरे साथ में बेसिकली बात क्या है, हेलो,
हाँ जी, सुन रहा हूँ, बोलिए।
मैं कह रहा था कि हमारे बेसिकली प्रॉब्लम क्या है, हमारी जो प्राइसिंग है ना, जो भी मैंने प्राइसिंग की है, मतलब कि वो बेसिकली जो मिनिमम प्राइसिंग मैंने 30% करके देखा, मतलब कि वो जो नियर है ना, मतलब कि उससे प्राइस की ऐसे काफी कुछ है। पंजाब में जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, जलंधर में जो मैंने किया है, मेरे को नहीं लग रहा कि आसपास कहीं भी और सिटीज में किया है। बिल्कुल डिफरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है मेरा। और एक यही मेरे को प्रॉब्लम आ रही प्राइसिंग की, बेसिकली क्योंकि साथ वाले रेस्टोरेंट्स की प्राइसिंग बहुत कम है। जो चीजें मेरे पास भी हैं, कुछ चीजें ऐसी हैं कि उनके पास भी है, पर पीपल लाइक टू गो ऑन दैट प्लेसेस कि नहीं यार, उसकी तो मतलब की प्राइस कम है ना। मतलब पीपल अभी ट्राई नहीं कर रहे
अभी
हैं
आपका
प्रोडक्ट।
सेल कितना है? रेस्टोरेंट का सेल कितना है?
सर मेरा नियर अबाउट पर डे सेल है 7 to 8,000।
ओके, और सिटिंग कितना है आपका रेस्टोरेंट का?
16।
16 लोगों का सिटिंग है। भाड़ा कितना है, रेंट?
सर ये मैं रेस्टोरेंट के बाहर ही खड़ा हूँ। रेंट है सर हमारा 34,000।
अच्छा, ओके, 34,000 रेंट है। ओके, ग्रेट। स्नैक डेक, एक मिनट, 8,000 रुपये आपका ये है, इंटू 30, इसलिए 24,000, कितना? 34,000 रेंट है। स्टाफ कितना होगा? 3-4 लोग ही होंगे ना?
हाँ जी, 3 लोग हैं।
3 लोग हैं।
9,000।
कभी खोले आपने रेस्टोरेंट?
अभी ये 5 मंथ्स हुए हैं, अभी 6 मंथ चल रहा है हमें।
ओके, जोमेटो स्विगी चालू है?
जोमेटो स्विगी चालू है। हाँ जी।
ओके, तो सेल क्यों नहीं बढ़ रहा है?
वही तो रीजन नहीं पता सर। सेल कांस्टेंट ही है सिंस फ्रॉम फर्स्ट डे। बीच में सेल बहुत कम हो गया था सेकंड मंथ में, 3,000 3,500 पर डे। उसके बाद अब ग्रो हो रहा है। अब ग्रो हुआ मतलब कि बिकॉज ऑफ फ्राइड चिकन की वजह से अब ग्रो हो रहा है। तो अब हमारा सेल 7 to 8,000 पर डे जा रहा है रेगुलर। तो
ओके, तो
मतलब
प्रॉब्लम क्या
कस्टमर,
आ रहा है आपको? मतलब प्रॉब्लम क्या आ रहा है?
प्रॉब्लम ये आ रहा है कि हमें अभी तक यही नहीं पता लगा कि हमने मतलब
आपका आवाज ब्रेक हो रहा है,
कि
आपका आवाज ब्रेक हो रहा है।
एग्जैक्ट प्राइस
आई थिंक आपका आवाज ब्रेक हो रहा है।
किया ठीक, मैं कितने बच्चे मेरे पास, क्योंकि
नहीं संधू जी, आपका आवाज ब्रेक हो रहा है,
ज्यादा
कैनॉट हियर यू, कैनॉट हियर यू। आप मुझे वापस बोलिए चैट पे, मैं आपको लाइव लेता हूं। एनीवेज, सो डू यू हैव एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस अपार्ट फ्रॉम संधू जी? वी विल टेक संधू जी लाइव. Sandhu ji, kindly mention this here and we will take you live again. Okay, so I hope this session was helpful for everybody. As we said, okay, great. Let's take Sandhu ji live again. Snack deck, na? Yeah.
हेलो
हाँ जी संधू जी बोलिए।
सर, यही मेरे को बेसिकली प्रॉब्लम आ रही है। सैलरीज जा रही है, रेंट जा रहे हैं, मतलब कि बेसिकली एंड ऑफ द डे मतलब कि मेरे पास लाइक जीरो अमाउंट हो जाती है एक बार। ठीक है, मतलब कि वो ही नहीं पता लगता कि कितना कुछ, क्या प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, क्या लॉस हो रहा है, मतलब कि कुछ नहीं। एक बेसिक बात ये है कि सारा सेटअप भी मैंने अकेले किया और रेस्टोरेंट अकेले ही था सारा, मतलब कि संभाल रहा हूँ। आई डोंट हैव इनफ टाइम टू, वो मतलब अकाउंटिंग में वो टाइम नहीं मिल रहा कि मैं सारे देख सकूं भी कि कितने खर्चे हो रहे हैं, कितना ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है।
नहीं तो
चली जा रहा है।
आपका भी केस है ना मोरलेस। अभी जो रवि शास्त्री जी से मैं बात किया था विशाखापट्टनम, आपका भी मोरलेस वही केस है। 3-4 चीजें अपने को देखनी पड़ेंगी। पहले तो आपका पूरा मेनू स्प्रेड है, वो मेनू स्प्रेड कैसा इंजीनियर किया गया है वो भी देखना बहुत जरूरी है। सिर्फ आजू बाजू का होटल देख के अपना मेनू बना के चलना, वो पहले चलता था 10-20 साल पहले, बट अभी कैसा है आपको मेनू में ना अलग अलग चीजें टेस्ट करके उसको डालनी पड़ती है। जिससे देखिए कैसा होता है संधू जी, देर आर 3-4 टाइप्स ऑफ पीपल कस्टमर्स। वन इज अ कस्टमर हु हैज अ बजट, उसके पास 100 रुपया है, उसको 100 रुपया ही खर्चा करना है, तो वो आएगा आपका कम से कम वाला बर्गर खाएगा, निकल जाएगा। सेकंड टाइप का कस्टमर आएगा जिसके पास पैसे हैं लेकिन उसको अगर वैल्यू मिलेगा तो ही वो खर्चा करेगा। तो क्या आपका मेन्यू उस चीज के लिए उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी देता है? डू यू हैव अ कॉम्बिनेशन वेयर ही कैन स्पेंड मोर? ये सेकंड टाइप का कस्टमर। थर्ड टाइप का कस्टमर होता है ही इज अ इमोशनल स्पेंडर। अगर आप एक रेस्टोरेंट में अकेले जाओ तो आप कम से कम खर्चा करोगे, लेकिन अगर आप आपके गर्लफ्रेंड को लेके जाओ तो आप ज्यादा खर्चा करोगे। अगर आप आपके गर्लफ्रेंड को लेके जाओ और गर्लफ्रेंड का बर्थडे है तो आप मल्टीपल्स में खर्चा करोगे। सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स व्हिच वी हैव टू लुक इनटू दिस। सो आप अब ये 3-4-5 दिन जाने दीजिए, उसके बाद आप मेरे RLF कोचिंग प्रोग्राम में आइए। और अगर आपको डायरेक्ट वन ऑन वन हेल्प चाहिए, यू कैन बिकम माय प्राइवेट क्लाइंट एंड वी कैन स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन दिस। क्योंकि ये ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने एक चीज बोल दिया और आपका इमीडिएटली कल सेल ₹1,00,000 दिन का पहुंचा। इट इज अ
नहीं सर, वो
कांस्टेंट
तो
थिंग विच वी हैव टू वर्क ऑन इट। मेरे जो प्राइवेट क्लाइंट्स है अभी ऑल ओवर इंडिया में, जयपुर में, बॉम्बे में, पुणे में, उनके साथ में मैं एवरीडे, ये जैसे आप अपन लाइव आ रहे हैं, एवरीडे आता हूँ, उनको बहुत सारी चीजें बोलता हूँ, फिर वी वर्क ऑन सम स्ट्रैटेजी, वो आप फिर जाके इंप्लीमेंट करते हो, फिर आप मुझे बोलते हैं सर ये वर्क किया, ये वर्क नहीं किया, इधर ये करते हैं, उधर वो करते हैं। एंड दैट इज हाउ अगला 3-4 महीना, 6 महीने में वो चीज है ना, उसको हम लोग, अभी आपका जो 8,000 का सेल है उसको 18,000, 28,000, 48,000, 50,000, वैसा स्लोली एंड स्टेडीली अपन खींच के लेके जा सकते हैं। बट देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स विच यू हैव टू डू। तो ये जो मेरा 5 days का वर्कशॉप है ये बिगिनर्स के लिए और एग्जिस्टिंग रेस्टोरेंट को एक बेसिक्स अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए, तो आप वो अंडरस्टैंड करते रहिए और उसके बाद अपन फिर आपके बिजनेस पे काम करते हैं।
सर आई वांट टू नो कि मतलब इस जो हमारे 5 days का जो ये मतलब की क्लासेस है, इसमें आप ये चीजें बताओगे लाइक कि प्राइसिंग कैसे कर रहे हैं हम, ऐसे प्राइसिंग होगी, ये चीजें
नहीं,
मतलब कि
प्राइसिंग तो मैं नहीं कवर कर रहा हूँ, मैं लोकेशन, कंसेप्ट और ये कवर कर रहा हूँ। प्राइसिंग तो मेरा RLF कोचिंग प्रोग्राम में मैंने इन डिटेल में कवर किया हुआ है, क्योंकि ये बेसिक्स है। प्राइसिंग आप हायर लेवल की बात कर रहे हो, क्योंकि आपने ऑलरेडी एग्जिस्टिंग रेस्टोरेंट चालू किया है तो आप प्राइसिंग की बात कर रहे हो। सो ये इसमें प्राइसिंग तो है नहीं, तो प्राइसिंग तो मैं कवर नहीं करने वाला। ओके जी।
तो सर फिर मतलब और भी ग्रुप ज्वाइन करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए?
नहीं, वो मेरा अभी 5th डे का जो RLF कोचिंग प्रोग्राम है ना, वो आप ज्वाइन कीजिए उसके अंदर। लेकिन वो आप फिलहाल तो स्टडी तो कीजिए। देखिए क्या है, कोई भी चीज में आपको एक डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ ओपिनियन अगर मिलता है ना, तो उसमें भी आपका नॉलेज में बहुत सारा स्ट्रांग हो जाता है। सो प्लीज डोंट, अरे यार आपका रेस्टोरेंट है तो ऐसा मत बोलिए कि अरे ये तो बिगिनर्स लोग के लिए। बहुत बार बहुत लोगों ने जिन्होंने एग्जिस्टिंग रेस्टोरेंट ओन किया है, वो लोग भी ये वर्कशॉप से जाने के बाद में उनको नए नए आइडियाज आए हैं। सो ये बहुत ही पावर पैक्ड वर्कशॉप है। गो थ्रू दी वर्कशॉप, और 5th डे को अगर आपको लग रहा है कि नहीं यार इसमें और मुझे सीखने जैसा है, सो ज्वाइन माय RLF कोचिंग प्रोग्राम। और उसके आगे भी अगर आपको मेरा हेल्प चाहिए, आई रन अ प्राइवेट कोचिंग प्रोग्राम, वो ज्वाइन कीजिए। देखिए जितना ज्यादा आप नजदीक आएंगे मेरे, उतना ज्यादा हम लोग मैं आपके बिजनेस पे काम कर सकता हूँ। नई नई चीजें हम लोग ट्राई कर सकते हैं। और जब तक अपन नई चीजें नहीं ट्राई करेंगे ना, तब तक आपको रिजल्ट नहीं मिलने वाला है। अगर आप 6 महीने से एक ही चीज कर रहे हैं, इसके लिए आपका सेल 6 महीने से 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 8,000 पे ही अटका है। वो अगर वो चीजें आपको चेंज करनी है, तो यू हैव टू डू डिफरेंट थिंग्स। आप अग्री कर रहे हैं ना ये बात को? हाँ, यही चीजें करते रहेंगे तो यही रिजल्ट आएगा। अगर चीजें थोड़े अलग करेंगे तो आपका रिजल्ट अलग आएगा। ओके, तो स्टिक टू द प्रोग्राम, देखते फिर क्या होता है आगे। ठीक है जी, ऑल द बेस्ट, ऑल द बेस्ट, गॉड ब्लेस, गॉड ब्लेस।
थैंक यू।
I'll unmute everybody. So I hope okay. So I hope this was helpful for everybody. So I think we will finish today's session. Give me some love in the chat box. Type love in the chat box. Come on, don't be confused. Ajit, Ajay, Ankit, Gaurav, M, Manish, Sandhu, Sanvi, Shelton, and Signature. Thank you so much, everybody. I am, by the way, tomorrow I am going to focus on how to find the perfect location for your food business. This is very, very important for people who are not having their food businesses, as well as for people having their food businesses. So don't miss tomorrow's session for the world. 7:45 ka alarm laga lo. And by the way, today I am going to post a couple of questions. I want everybody to remove 5 minutes and answer those questions in the WhatsApp group. I am going to personally congratulate each and everybody who is going to give the answer in the WhatsApp group. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. See you tomorrow at 7:45, same place, and we will focus on how to find the right location for your food business. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Love from me. Bye-bye.